All right, out of Myerson, your triumphant return to mountain biking.
Fancy meeting
You have not
here.
raced in, what, 20 years?
I've done one mountain bike race. I take that back. I've done two because I did one on my cross bike once. But I did one real mountain bike race. 1992, I was 20. And I did the Northern National at Mount Snow for Christian Jones, riding a Ragan, sponsored by Ragan. Pete Weber was my teammate that day. I got absolutely destroyed going up and down that mountain, but as you might imagine. But yeah, and then I've never owned a mountain bike until Kind Human was nice enough to give me a frame this fall as a present, and all my awesome cross sponsors stepped up, and parts from SRAM. I got my grip shift going, which I'm super psyched about. TRP brakes. Vittoria disc brakes, yes, which are taking a little bit to get used to. Vittoria is my new wheel and tire sponsor, and that, you know, it's just, I just have such nice equipment. Ritchie cockpits, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some of them, but it's just to have all my cross sponsors get behind me for my having fun on the mountain bike is really sweet.
So is this the start of something here? Are you going to come out to a bunch of events this year?
My retirement goal was to do whatever race in New England that weekend was the best race to do. So if that was a mountain bike race, I'd race mountain bikes. If it was a road race or a crit, I'd do that. And ideally, I wanted, instead of doing endurance rides on the road, I wanted to start going for mountain bike rides. I just wanted to get a little radness back into my life, you know? Road is so, even though I'm a crit rider and it's dynamic and fun, you know, I want some skateboarding back in my life, and mountain biking, introducing mountain biking back in as a way to get that cyclocross feeling all season long. But God, this was hard.
And what was so hard about it? You seemed there was a little bit of trepidation before the start there.
Yeah, you know, people were very like, oh, Adam's gonna kill it, or they're really excited. Like, that's just, for me, that's so disrespectful for the guys who are good at this and who take it seriously. Like, I was very nervous before the start, and I think people maybe think that it carries over, and only to a point. Like, these guys are good. This is my third ride on this bike. Not for a second did I think I was going to come out and show anybody anything. You know, I wanted to do the pro race because I wanted to push myself, and I wanted to see what those guys did and see where I stacked up. I didn't want to sandbag the 40 plus race, and that's maybe what it was going to feel like. So I just I tried not to put any pressure on myself. I tried not to hurt myself. I knew I would get faster as the race went on, and even as I was blowing and coming apart, I felt like, okay, now I can ride the bike, and now I can figure out where everything is and where to pedal and where not to pedal. I learned a lot today, and I did have more and more fun as the race went on and the pressure came off. But I completely detonated with a lap and a half to go. About hour and a half, I looked down, and I had barely drank anything. I hadn't eaten anything, and I was like, oh, yep. This is where I'm new again. This is where I don't.
Preoccupation out here.
You're driving the whole time, and it's like, and we had a group. We were racing each other, and we were always chasing. It's like, where do I stop what I'm doing to eat? And I finally blew and had to, like, well, now I have to stop. I ate 2 gels, drank a ton, and then felt much better on the last lap.
How'd you end up there? You in the top 10?
Oh, I have no idea. I would be very, very surprised if I finished in the top 10. I don't think I did that well. 5 guys rode away from me in the last lap. Like, when I blew, I let a group go. So there's no way it was top 10. Some guy caught me at the end and seemed to think he wanted to sprint me. That just seemed like a bad idea. Like, dude, it's a mountain bike race. You should be dropping me every time we go into the single track. You should lead, and like, why would you want to sprint me? So I don't know who it was, but I took him into the fence.